Hey, MacDowin here. Today we are taking a look at SEEKER. He is part of the Legendary series from Jazwares. I got this figure from Amazon for $19.99, and I am crazy excited for this figure, as this has been my main skin of choice for the last couple of months. Alright, let's take a look here at the back of the box. We see SEEKER. SEEKER, nothing's lost that can't be found. And down at the bottom is the cross sale, still looking for Scuba Jonesy and Vendetta, hopefully soon. And for those who want to see the barcode, here it is. Alright, it's time to get this figure out of the box. If you are new to the channel, welcome, and please subscribe so you'll be notified of future videos. If you want to help the channel out and you play Fortnite, please feel free to add my creator code to your Epic account. It's MacDowin. SEEKER is a rare skin, and he's part of the Street Serpent set. Released in Chapter 2, Season 4, this skin was part of the starter set of that season for $3.99. You could also obtain 600 V-Bucks with the starter set. As far as accessories go, he comes with the Street Blade harvesting tool, and this looks pretty nice. It's got a couple different colors here, a lot of bronze colors, a lot of kind of a gunmetal gray color, and this interesting little design up here by the tip. It's a very nice, cool looking harvesting tool. The Chainstick Pack back bling, this is pretty nice. It comes with removable nunchucks. You can slide them in, slide them out. Now, one of these pair, in fact, it was this pair right here, came in the box, sealed together, attached together. I barely grabbed it and pulled on a little bit, and they popped off. So I'm not sure if both of these nunchucks are supposed to be separatable, so you can stretch them out like this. So be careful when you take this figure out of the box, just in case this is supposed to be attached. But truthfully, I like it separate better than attached, because you could do stuff with it then. He comes with a light machine gun. We've definitely seen this before, and it's still a nice looking weapon. Can hold on to it, I think, pretty good. A pistol with silver and gray. And what's cool about this is in the starter set imagery we saw from the game, he was holding on to a pistol. I can't find anywhere that actually attaches to his figure, but still pretty neat that they put a pistol with this figure. And finally, he comes with a charge shotgun, and I kind of like the looks of this. I actually like this a lot. This figure stands about 6 inches tall, is equal to most of the Jazwares Legendary Series figure. It's not really that much higher or lower or anything. He has 40 points of articulation. We'll go over those here real quick. His head does rotate all the way around, and he can look down. He can look up about that far. It's kind of hard to tell with that hood, and the hood kind of gets in the way. As you can see, it wants to plop it back off. This hood is not removable unless you want to rip it off the head. There's no replaceable face plates like a lot of Jazwares figures, or a lot of the Fortnite figures from Jazwares has. He does have a butterfly joint. They don't really move all that much. His arm can rotate around. You can lift his arms up about that high on both sides, with a lot of ratcheting cranky noise. Biceps rotate, double pin at the elbow. The wrist rotates, wrist hinges. Mine's a little bit difficult. I'm not going to be able to do it. Oh, there we go. It hinges about that far up. I'm going to break this, I'm sure. And about that far down. The fingers have a hinge as well. We all know that. The torso is on a ball joint, wiggles around. If you want him to lean back, well, that's about as far back as he leans. If you want him to lean forward, hips turned a little bit, but he leans forward about that far. He really doesn't have an awesome ab crunch, but he can rotate on it. The waist rotates as well. He has a bit of a soft shirt cover thing here. You could, if you're really nifty and you're really crafty, you could probably take this off, because there's just a little portion right up here on the shoulder, a little portion right here. You could probably take the head off. You could maneuver that off if you want to. Under here, he's got some really cool looking chainmail type design. It's pretty neat looking. If you want him to do the splits, well, I'm going to be honest, my guy's going to have a hot bath, because the leg portion right around this area is not wanting to move. You're probably going to be able to hear all this cracking. If I can get it up there. There. He could, I'm trying not to break it, he actually can do the splits. There we go. I'm trying to be really careful because I don't want to break it. But anyway, he could do the splits, or he can do the splits. if I can get him back. There we go, in neutral position. So like I said, I'm going to have to give this guy a bath. His thighs rotate. He has double pin at the knee. I'll have to do it this way. I can't, if you want him to sit, you can, yeah, get him to sit. I don't know if you're feeling as much pain as I am trying to rotate these legs, but I'm really going to have to put these in before they break for a bath. Now, finally down to the ankles, there is a rotation right here at the top of the boot to allow rotation at the ankle. There is a hinge at the ankle, but because of the back of the feet and the tongues of these shoes, let's see, let's move this foot away. So standing straight, it goes down about that far and goes up about that far. There may be a pivot here at the shoe area, but I can't get it to work because the ankle works so good. So I don't know if there is a pivot there or not that will work properly. And finally, a small bit of toe hinge, just a small bit. So after I give this guy a good bath, I'm sure he will wiggle around in this waist, upper thigh, leg area much better than he is here on video. So with these Jazwares Fortnite figures, the question always comes up, how well can he hold weapons? Well, this one seems to be able to hold weapons pretty good compared to some of them. But the charged shotgun, once you squeeze his hand down, he's holding that pretty good. I've got to do a lot of shaking, and he's still holding on to that thing. So I think this is a pretty good weapon for these hands, or maybe the hands are just a little bit tighter. We'll try out the light machine gun. I'm not expecting a whole lot from this. I'm expecting he'll lose this one pretty quickly because, well, we'll see. Because the trigger finger can't hold on when you grip it down. It's just the bottom three fingers. So I'm guessing he's going to lose this one really fast. We'll try the pistol here. We'll put his hand in the pistol. It feels a little loose even with his trigger finger in the trigger, but he can hold on to it. So I don't know if Jazwares is starting to get just a little bit better with these finger hinges or what, but yeah, these ones are doing pretty good. I figure if I'm going to shake them around, let's go side to side. How much can we shake a figure? I think these are actually pretty good hinges. I'm not saying all hinges are good because we've had some really bad finger hinges in the past, but this is an example of a figure that he's doing the finger hinges correctly, I would say. We'll pop this back bling on here. So does that mean he's going to be able to hold his harvesting tool properly? Absolutely not. You hook this thing on one-handed, shake him around, and it's going to fall out or loosen up pretty quickly. But you can do a double-handed hold, just like so. And then you can put him up on a shelf. You could display him, and he's going to look pretty awesome. Well, if you can see his face, let's rotate this around a little. Ah, there we go. Could rotate this around, then you could actually see his face, and he still looks pretty awesome holding that thing two-handed. So he can hold his accessories, provided you can keep him standing. No, I'm just kidding. He can hold his accessories pretty well, I would say, the light machine gun being, unfortunately, the only one single-handedly that can't be held. I'm sure you could prop it up with a secondary hand. We didn't try that. We'll do one hand there. We'll stretch it over, bring his arm up, rotate his hand just a little bit like that, and then, yeah, he could prop up the light machine gun if need be. That's the only thing, I just hit my camera, sorry. The only thing that I really like about the hands that open is that you can actually wrap them around the barrel of guns and it looks good. Some figures that don't have hinge fingers, and I'm not promoting fingered hinges, by the way, but when they don't have, oh my goodness, it's trying to get a good balance for this figure. If he falls over, of course he's going to lose the gun. But anyway, I won't go down that line of thought. Overall, though, I think this is a really fun-looking figure. The thing that I like the most are these removable nunchucks on the back. I just think that's really cool. And the charged shotgun is pretty awesome as well. I like that a lot. So I am super happy that we got this figure. I'm super happy that Jazwares was able to put out this skin, this figure, this character, because, well, I am a little bit biased. I do like the figure. And I'm super happy that the figure overall doesn't really suck. I'm having trouble here with the leg joints, a little hot water. That'll probably get fixed up pretty quick and pretty easily. But overall, I don't think this figure sucks, and I'm so super happy. I was going to be very disappointed if this figure sucked. It's like Tomato Head. He's my favorite skin in game. And there's a few issues I have with that figure, unfortunately, but it's what it is. Anyway, so yeah, I'm super happy that we have this figure finally. Anyway, now it is your turn. I'll point at you. I'm not supposed to point, but I'm pointing at you. Now it's your turn. What do you think about this figure? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. And on your way out, check out my review of Scratch in the lower left corner. Thank you for stopping by and watching. Please like this video and share it everywhere if you found it helpful, because it does help the channel to grow. I will see you in the next video.